Remember this portion of the story of God, as it is written in the book that we love, from Genesis 22. The binding of Isaac.
And a time came after these events and God tested Abraham. And he said to him,
Abraham. And he said, Here am I.
And he said,
Take your son, your
only son,
whom you love, Isaac, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him up there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains that I will describe to you.
And Abraham rose early in the morning, and he saddled his donkey. And he took 2 of his young servants with him. And Isaac, his son. And he chopped wood for an offering.
Then he got up, and he went to the place that God had described to him. On the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes, and he saw the place from afar.
And Abraham said to his young servants,
Sit down here with the donkey. I and the young boy, we will walk over there and we will worship. And we will return to you.
And Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it upon Isaac his son. And he took in his hand the fire and the knife. And the 2 of them walked on together.
And Isaac said to Abraham, his father.
And he said, My father.
And he said,
Here am I, my son.
And he said, Behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?
And Abraham said,
God will provide for himself the lamb for the burnt offering, my son.
And the 2 of them walked on together.
And they came to the place that God had described to him. And Abraham built an altar there, and he arranged the wood.
And he bound Isaac his son. And he placed him on the altar on top of the wood. And Abraham reached out his hand, and he took the knife to slay his son.
And the angel of the Lord called out to Abraham from heaven, and he said, Abraham!
And he said, Here am I.
And he said,
Do not reach out your hand toward the boy, and do not do anything to him. Indeed, now I know. Indeed, you are a God-fearer, and you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me.
And Abraham lifted his eyes, and he saw. And behold, a ram behind, caught in a bush by his horns. And Abraham went, and he took the ram, and he offered it as a burnt offering instead of his son.
And Abraham called that place,
The Lord will provide.
As it is said even today.
On the mountain of the Lord it shall be provided.
And the angel of the Lord called out to Abraham a second time from heaven, and he said to him,
I myself I have sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this deed, and you have not withheld your son, your only son. Indeed, I will surely bless you,
And I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars of the heavens,
and the sands on the seashore.
And your descendants shall possess the gates of their enemies.
And all the nations of the earth will bless themselves by your descendants, because you have listened to my voice.
And Abraham returned to his young servants. And they got up, and they walked on together to Beersheba.